Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Welcome.
My name is Kyle Anderson. I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I was here last year, the first year. Last year I was one of the presenters. I remember some of the faces, right? Remember some of the faces. And you guys did an excellent job. Good to see you back. Give yourself a round of applause. All right, good. You're a little slow with it. So, the reason we're here today is about leadership, okay? And you guys have shown that you want to learn more, okay? Today and tomorrow is going to be good days, but I want you guys to come out of your space, right? This is a safe place to be. Now, and I want you to come out of your space. I want you to come out of what you normally do. I want you to open yourself up. I want you to be a little vulnerable, right? I want you to be a little vulnerable and think differently today and tomorrow in this safe space. All right, hold on to that for 1 second. I got some housekeeping to do. This is the 3rd annual Men's Leadership Conference at the Manchester Memorial Hospital. We got to thank some people for putting this on. You guys are not in that chair by yourself. There's organizations that think highly of you, that think the world of you, that want to see you succeed in life. And they are the Manchester Rotary Club, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Manchester Memorial Hospital, and Manchester Police Department. If there's any other organization with sponsors I omitted, I am sorry, and we'll do it at the conclusion. So I'll make sure I'll circle back and get you. But these organizations care about you folks, all right? These people, and you see them around the room, you see them outside. So they're one of the ones that started off feeding you, okay? Feeding is not free. Someone had to pay for that. So these are the organizations that came together that thought it worthy to support this organization, to support this effort. Normally in Kappa Alpha Psi, we start off our meeting with a prayer. I want you to bow your head for 30 seconds. We'll just pray on today. Lord, we thank you for waking us up this morning. Lord, you've given us guidance, you've given us hope, you've given us mercy. Let us work today with our hearts, our minds, and our souls. Let today be the first day, the rest of our lives, that we can open up and be productive and supportive and caring for each other. Lord, we thank you for the sponsors, we thank you for the day, and in your name we say, amen.
Amen.
All right. So, we have remarks from a few people. They're going to kind of open the floor up. I am your MC for the day, and I'm also going to help you. You guys got to help me, because when it's up here, when you're sitting up here, you're standing up here, I'm looking at you, but I want to see you hold you. So I want you to do me a favor. If you got your hoodie on, take that hoodie off. You got your hat on, take that hat off.
Manny.
I want to see your face.
Manny.
I want to see your
Off,
face.
Manny.
Because it's important. Pull it off, man. Pull it off, young man. Pull that
Even
hoodie
that.
off. There you go. Pull it off.
Hold.
Like today, I want you to open up. All right? I want you to think outside the box. You got that? All right, good. Think outside the box. Take in everything they have to offer to you today, because you never know who's watching you. You never know who can support you. You never know who cares about you. All right? So, in saying that, we have remarks from, first we'll have Nina, and then we'll have Rob, and then we'll have Sam Gray, and then we'll have my buddy, the Chief of Police, Mr. Darby. Chief Darby's always here. I met him the very first time. I was talking about him. I was saying some really good things. Almost said a bad thing. But I didn't. But he's been here and supporting. So, with further ado, the first person that we're going to hear from is Mr. William. Darby's going to come first. Mr. Darby,
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I see some familiar faces. I know we have a couple that have been here for all three years we've been doing this. I see some new faces, so excited to get to know you. We're honored to be a part of this, the police department. Over the next couple of days, we're going to have some interactions with you folks. We'll get a chance to present a couple of times tomorrow. And we're hoping that you get to know us a little bit better and that we all get to know you a little better. Like I said, for those who have been here for 3 years, I mean, what a great thing to see how they've progressed over the last 3 years. I think you guys are aware in the brochure, there's a day in April when we get you all to ourselves. We have a ropes course where we go out and we work on problem solving together. We do some stuff, there's some low-level elements, there's some stuff that for those that want to be adventurous and do some climbing to get up on some higher elements. And it's pretty interesting. I was telling a story this morning how we had a student last year who got up at the high elements and realized he was afraid of heights and couldn't move. So we sent Officer Chief up after him to retrieve him from there, and then realized that Officer Chief was afraid of heights too. And they both stood at opposite ends of the line that was up the high element, holding on to a tree until they worked to get together to get themselves down. So it's a pretty intense thing to watch. So we're hoping again just to get to know you over the next couple of days, and we're looking forward to that day in April where we can spend the whole day to get to know each other much better. And we just want to talk about what your first impressions are when you saw us today. And then we're going to ask you this: we're your last presenter on the last day, and then we want to ask you again what your perceptions of us are now that you've got to spend a couple of days with us. Captain.
Yeah, morning, boys. I'll be quick, because there's certainly people that are much more important than me and more well-spoken. What I want you to do for me is think about when you got off that bus today and what you thought when you saw us police officers standing there in the line, and then when we're there shaking your hand. And then, you don't need to tell me, I want you to work on this for tomorrow. And then tomorrow, after we're done speaking, we'll kind of talk about what we thought when you guys are coming off the bus, and see if anything's changed from what we thought when we first met each other to, and some of you already know, to after we engage for a little bit. We talk about that in law enforcement as your blink response. What is that instant response you have when you first see something? And then how does that change when you get to know the person over time? And I will tell you that I think that whatever your opinion is, that it may be different by the end of our time together tomorrow. So I look forward to it. Enjoy. This is one of my favorite events of the year in law enforcement. So I hope that you guys take the time and enjoy it. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right? Thank you, boys.
All right. Give the police department another round of applause, please. Thank you, Chief. Our first time he was a lieutenant. Now he's moving up in the ranks.
Yeah.
What does a year of difference make, right?
Yes, sir.
Leader, right? Here we go. Also, we have representative from ECHN, Ms. Nina Cruz. She's going to speak to you guys. Give her a round of applause.
Good morning. So nice to have you here with us today. Thanks for coming. So as I work here at the hospital in a communications role. So a lot of communications, marketing, PR. I've met some of you before in past years. But this morning I started thinking, what makes a leader really great? You can think about famous leaders who you like or follow. And what are their attributes? Sure, it's what they say, but I thought the best message to tell you today is how they say it, how they connect with you. You're going to hear from a lot of great people over the next couple of days, and they're going to be making connections with you and amongst your friends here. So think about what they're coming with, what message they want to share, but how they're going to develop a connection, because true leaders need to connect often with others in order to become a great leader. So I wish you all the best day. Please let me know if there's anything we can do to make this conference better as we host you for the next couple of days. Have a great time.
Next we have, I can't read Calvin's handwriting, it's very scratchy. It's Rob. Oh, the Rotarian Rob. Rob, get Rob.
So I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Manchester, and we're part of a 1.2 million person organization that spans the globe. But each town, each city, municipality has at least one Rotary Club, and they're people who just come together because they all share the same vision of trying to provide worthwhile service to their community and the local community and the global community. And the thing that I feel really good about is that all the components here, the ECHN, the police department, the Child Guidance Center, the Manchester Community Service Council, we're all working together, involved with our Rotary Club, and that makes me feel very good. I've seen a lot of you guys for 3-4 years now, and I guess what struck me is that when you walked in today, you got smiles on your face, you stuck your hand out and shook hands and said good morning, welcome, and I think that, of course, you guys are older, so some of that comes with age, but hopefully some of it comes from your comfort and appreciation of what this event is about. So our Rotary Club welcomes you, and I hope these 2 days are really a great experience.
All right, we're moving right through this thing. Next, we're going to have greetings from our chapter president, Mr. Sam Gray. He is the Polemarket Hartford Alumni Chapter. He'll come and give you greetings on behalf of our fraternity. He is our Polemarket. It's the equivalent to president. Give a round for Mr. Gray.
The television cameras are gone now, so we won't have any disruption with me talking right now. So, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, distinguished educators, and most importantly, the bright and promising young men of Manchester High School. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I stand before you today with immense pride and excitement as we gather for the annual 2-day leadership conference hosted by collaborative efforts of the Manchester Rotary, the Manchester Police Department, our fine hosts with ECHN, and the most popular, the only fraternity I know, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. My name is Sam Gray, and I have the distinct honor of serving as the Polemark, which is equivalent to president of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Hartford Alumni Chapter. This year marks another milestone for us as we come together to empower and inspire you all as future leaders of our community. The essence of this conference lies in the belief that each one of you possess the potential for greatness, and it is our collective responsibility to nurture and captivate that potential. Now, you may be wondering, what is a fraternity? Especially one like Kappa Alpha Psi. And so a fraternity is more than just a group of individuals bound by common interests. It's a brotherhood. It's a support system. It's a network of like-minded individuals committed to academic excellence, leadership development, and community service. Kappa Alpha Psi, founded on the principles of achievement, service, and brotherhood, seeks to mold young men into leaders who will make a positive impact on society. So as you embark on this transformational journey over the next 2 days, I encourage you to actively engage in the workshops and the sessions planned for you. These sessions are not merely about acquiring knowledge, but the stepping stones towards unlocking your true leadership potential. Take advantage of the wisdom shared by our esteemed speakers, absorb the lessons imparted by our workshops, and connect with your peers to build a network that will support you throughout your journey. Remember, leadership is not just about holding a title. It's about making a difference in the lives around those. It's about making a difference in the lives of those around you. Your community, your school, your future are counting on you to step into your greatness. Seize the opportunity to learn, grow, and be inspired by the incredible possibilities that lie ahead. So in conclusion, I challenge each and every one of you to embrace this conference with an open mind and a willingness to push beyond your comfort zones. Together, we can cultivate a new generation of leaders who will shape the future of Manchester and beyond. Thank you, and let the conference begin.
Gentlemen, like I said, this is a safe place. I want you guys, this is not high school, this is not formal, but this is something, these people care about you guys. And I really want you to get that message. I really want you to understand that we're here for you, okay? People took days off from work. People left their families to be and share and pour into you the right thing. And we're glad that you're here because without you, there's no leadership program. So we're glad that you're here. Moving on. Next, we'll have Nick Jones. He'll come up and he'll introduce the speaker for the day. With that, I'm gonna turn it back over. I'm gonna give it to Mr. Nick Jones, and he will introduce the speaker of the day. Give him a round of applause as he comes.
All right, good morning again. Good morning. Good morning. So it's my privilege to introduce our speaker, Malik Chmplain. He's a CEO, Chief Empowerment Officer, educator, author, and speaker. Malik is a dynamic CEO of U Leverage Capital LLC, dedicated to helping small business owners secure capital and credit through expert advising. Strong educational background, Malik also provides nationwide school districts with invaluable consulting on social emotional learning, anti-racism, and abolitionist teaching practices. Renowned for his passionate speaking engagements, Malik connects with his audiences, inspiring them to unleash their passion, hunger, and drive. As a best-selling author, educational consultant, entrepreneur, social activist, motivational speaker, and real estate investor, Malik's remarkable journey inspires others to overcome challenges and pursue their dreams. And so it's my honor to bring up Mr. Malik Chmplain.
All right, first and foremost, I want to say thank you for everyone who made it possible for me to be here, for us to be here. But as you read all those accolades, what I would like to do is that when I introduce myself, I like to start with name, place, and intention. So my name is Malik Chmplain. Malik in Arabic means king, right? I was born in '85 in Brooklyn, very Afrocentric, and my mother always told me that. So when I was growing up, I didn't know a day when I wasn't black, but I didn't know a day when black wasn't beautiful, right? When my skin color wasn't greatness, when I had to walk and talk like a king, right? Meaning my last name Champlain, that being really Champlain, but my great-grandfather Mason, actually was a Mason, wanted to change his name so it sounded French so he can get more work, right? Because we were living in the country at a time where, right, sometimes your last name predicted whether or not you were able to get employment. Place. I originally come from Brooklyn, New York. Bed-Stuy, right? 3 streets from St. James where Biggie grew up. And then I moved, I would like to say that New York birthed me, but CT raised me. Then I went to the Norwich Free Academy. And I only say that because I know y'all a big school, and we used to play Manchester all the time. So, intention though, right? When I say intention, I'm here for a reason, and hopefully you are. The one thing I'm gonna ask you to do is the same thing I'm going to do. Is that I have 100 other things going on in my life right now, but I'm gonna actually be where your feet are. I'm actually be present here with me right now. And if you can do that, and if we can do that, right, these next couple minutes, are going to be transformative. So as you can see the title, your why has to be bigger than the goal. Now I'm going to have some little movie and stuff like that, but like most things in leadership, you got to pivot. So instead, what I like to say here is let's talk a little bit about what you say to yourself if you're speaking about being a leader, right? And when I say that, right, here, what I'm actually repeat after me, say, be dangerous. Be dangerous. Come on, fam. Be dangerous. Be dangerous. Yeah, I love it, right? I'm not saying be ready, right? I'm not saying let's anticipate. I'm saying be dangerous. Be on the offense. To do that, you have to know what you want, right? You got to be dangerous in the classroom. The same way you're dangerous on the field. Raise your hand if you play sports. Okay, cool. So, with that being said, how many of y'all going to college to play sports? Right? That's the goal, right? I went and played college ball. When I played college ball, the one thing I learned was that when I was in high school, I could walk on the court and be the best player. But when I got to college, what I understood was in the classroom, on the court, whether you on the field, wherever you at, I had to be dangerous when I walked in. That means I had to be prepared, right, to take over and win. So I'm going to ask you to walk in your authority. Don't ask permission to be great. You already have it. I'm not giving you anything, right? I'm just unlocking. I'm unearthing, right? I'm asking you to recognize who you are. Let's go to the second one. I don't hope, I decide. So repeat after me. I don't hope. I don't hope. I decide. I decide. I don't hope. I don't hope. I decide. I decide. M-A-D, mad. Make a decision. In life, there's no neutral. You're getting better, you're getting worse. You're going left, you're going right. Make a decision in your life. Right? So one thing you're going to hear from me, right, and I'm going to start doing that moving forward, I'm going to start calling y'all young kings. Right? And I'm not putting something on you. I'm speaking to what's in you. So I want to be very clear about this. When I say make a decision, right, there's so many times where people have been making decisions for you. But at this point in your life, if you're going to be a leader, you have to first lead yourself. Does that make sense? Right? If you can lead yourself, then you can lead others. But don't think you can lead others and you can't lead yourself. You got to make a decision to be great, to be a leader, to be accountable, to be responsible. The power of now. So I want you to repeat after me. Say no. No. Opportunity wasted. My organization is Passion, Hunger, Drive, man. I'm not even talking about being hungry. I'm talking about, right, no opportunity wasted. You got to be starving for success, right? When I was your age and I wanted to be successful, right, it didn't push me, it pulled me. Why? Because, see, my mom pushed me at times when I was younger. When I was 13, I was a knucklehead. She had to push me to get up to school on time, right? She had to push me in the classroom. My coach had to push me to work out. The teachers had to push me to do well or to shut my mouth in class. But when I knew, when I made a decision what I wanted, it was no opportunity wasted. I wanted everything. I'm talking everything. But what I did was I took what I had on the field and what I had on the court and I moved it to the classroom. I moved it to the clubs I joined. I moved it to the outside organizations. I moved it to my future. So let's say this, right? I have greatness. I have greatness. Inside of me. That was a good one. The voice. All right. But I like to repeat these things, right? And I'll get to why I do that. But it's the small details that make you great. Matter of fact, I look in the room. I'm doing this much talking. What's greatness? Tell me. Talk to me. What's greatness? Yeah. Being the best. Good. Let's add on to that. What else? Achieving something someone hasn't. What else? Give me one more. Yeah? Us. Give me, if you don't want me asking, what do you mean by us?
Chest.
Yeah, I respect that. So, when you say that, right? Because if you didn't hear, he said, we're greatness, us, right? But the part about that is, if you're greatness, I want you to know, right? It's not just born, it's bred. You work for that. When I say the small things in greatness is that you have to keep doing them over and over, right? Greatness is not perfection, it's persistence, right? If you got something to do that you can be consistent with, that you can be disciplined about, you can achieve greatness. Now this is one of my favorite ones, right? Outside of school, how many of y'all read? So you read books and like y'all got, okay, cool. What's your favorite book that you read recently? Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. What else? Huh? Color Me In. Phenomenal. What else? The what? The Fifth Vital. Thank you. One more. Pride. Thank you. No, but look, why do you think I'm asking you what books you're reading outside of school? See who actually reads. Why do you think it's important to read? That's knowledge. So right? Mr. Jones just read off a whole list of things, right? That you can go and be like, you have some accolades, right? All the things he read off, besides my degrees, right? All the things that actually made me bread, that made me money, that provided me to like start putting in generational wealth, I did not learn in the classroom. It was self-education, right? School teaches you how to learn. Whether you want to be a lifelong learner and continue learning, that's on you. So when you look at this, right, you come here, all y'all got your phones, right? Good. How many of y'all take a picture of this slide? Good. Right? Because note takers are what? Come on, fam. Note takers? Money takers. Note takers? Money takers. Good. So repeat after me. Say note takers? Note takers. Or money makers? Money makers. I promise you. I promise you. Most people are not going to take the notes. They're not going to go back and review it. They're not going to look to make sure that they can be better. Right? What separated me from all my friends who wanted to go play college ball was even through game film. When I was playing, wasn't playing, I was always taking mental notes or written notes. I was always taking notes. It's in the details. Right? That makes you great. Let's move over here. Right? And this one I like to say like with a little bit of sauce. Right? My network and my net worth is growing every day, right? So this is what I want you to do. Stand up for me. Stand up.
Oh, my God.
Matter of fact, you know what? Do me a favor. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Look, I want to be clear about this, right? I want to be clear, right? We in a room full of men, right? So the sucking of the teeth, that's what's up? Could I ask you to stand up? Right? What if I told you to stand up and I was going to give you some bread? Right? But I'm saying, right? The same thing when you're in class, right? You don't raise your hand. Ain't nobody making you be here. If you here, right? Be where your feet are. Right? So do me a favor. Stand up. Now repeat after me. Say, my network.
My network
And network.
and network
Is growing every day.
is growing every day.
My network and network is growing every day. My network and network is growing every day. My network and network is growing every day. Good. Wait, I want you to be clear about this, right? Now do me a favor. Put your hands up. Put them up straight. Put them up. So, if we talk about my network and my net worth, right? It's your brothers next to you, right? Keep them up. See, when I used to play ball at NFA, you know what happened? I was a big man, right? So I didn't keep my hands up. So my coach would make me take the basketball or take a pass. I had to hold them like this for the first 10 minutes of practice, right? And then eventually, right, this happened for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, bro, I'm dying here. And he kept going longer and longer, right? And eventually, the brother next to me, right, my man, we called him Box, right? He's from Jersey. And he came up to me one day, and my boy John, and they put their elbows next to me. And you know what they said? Bro, we don't do this alone. You're not alone. No man is an island, right? No leader is an island. If you can't delegate, if you can't trust your brother next to you, so what do you think I want you to do next to the person next to you if your hands are starting to hurt? If your arms are starting to hurt? Lean on the brother next to you. Lean on the brother next to you. Lean on the brother next to you. Right? Lean on to the brother next to you because it's supposed to hurt. It's going to be tough. But if we do it together, we can go farther, right? So I'm going to give you the African proverb, right? Repeat after me. Say, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with others. Now grab a seat. I appreciate y'all. Now look, I'm gonna be honest. When I go speak to the sports team, right? When I'm up at UMass, When I'm over at the other colleges and stuff, I see the sports teams, we do that for like 15 minutes. I wait till they start sweating. Right? So I just want to be clear, like that was a little something just because I wanted y'all just to get the message, right? That we're better together, right? That you my brother's keeper, right? Right? But I just want to be real with that. So when I look at this, and I know I gave you a lot, right? But I'm gonna give you this, right? This is a picture of me, my mom, and my little brother. And I'm gonna pause. Go ahead, kid.
You play basketball or football for college?
Basketball.
Play football on the
Right, should play some football. Now, the power forward. So, I'm showing you a picture of me and my mom, right? So before I go into I like to tell it like this. My mom had me 17, out running the streets, had to hold me close because we couldn't afford the heat. My real father didn't want me, said he ain't gonna take it. Even family turned their back like we ain't gonna make it. Mom always loved me, daddy hit and ran. I looked in the mirror, I couldn't understand, I was just a boy, trying to be a man. I was just a boy, but I had to help feed the fam. My mom had me at 16 in Brooklyn. She got pushed out of high school. Franklin K. Lane. Matter of fact, Franklin K. Lane is a spot where they filmed Spider-Man Homecoming. Right? And let me give you something full circle, right? Not only did she get kicked out of there, she got kicked out of her house. And it was just me and my mom trying to figure it out, running around. And I only tell you that story because throughout all the struggles and trials we went through, that woman's my why, right? Now I got my own family and stuff, but I don't forget in somebody who poured into me when nobody else wanted to, who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. Because after the picture's taken, right, the next step has happened that I didn't say my first word till I was 4 years old. Spoke with a seller for 10 more years. See, we were broke. Like, you know what I mean. Like, you don't have a doctor, you just go to the emergency room. Right? Like, we have real, like government bags with the powdered milk and, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have food on 26, you get to the first. So your community got to help you out. So we didn't have a doctor like that. They wasn't looking at no poor kid from the hood that just moved to Connecticut. I went swimming one day. And 3 days later, I told my grandmother my ears still feel like I'm underwater. Then they found out I had water in my ears. So I got hearing tubes when I was about 8 years old. And then I got a speech pathologist, Jamaican man named Mr. Flowers. And he helped me for the next couple years, right? Till I was about 16, get through my stuttering problem. And I mean stuttering, I knew the information in my head, I just couldn't say it in my mouth at times. So you learn things, right? I learned how to stomp my way through words, how to snap my way through words. I learned about managing my social, regulating myself, my emotions so I could speak better. There's times even now, you're gonna hear me, I'm gonna stop mid-sentence or mid-word at me, and then I'm gonna find another word to say because I already know I'm gonna stumble over it. I just got better at coping with it. But the reason I say that is because when I used to be in special ed classes, right, and we was broke, my father wasn't around, times was hard, kids laughing at me at school, my mother would talk to me and tell me I was phenomenal. Tell me I'd be great. Tell me to walk in my greatness. And I had no ounce of evidence about it. The reason I'm giving that to you is that right now in your life, you have people, right? It doesn't have to be three, but you have people in your life who love you more than they love themselves. When my mother would go to work her second job cleaning people's houses, I would rub her feet before she go to work. Right? So when I was an idiot in 7th grade, 8th grade, and eventually I got it, because she broke down and told me how much it hurt her, I knew, right? I didn't even want to be successful for me. I wanted to be successful for her, right? And then I had to learn to want it for me. But in the beginning, her love was enough, bruh. Is there somebody in your life right now that loves you more than you love yourself? That you know they love you, they love you something fierce. Jojo, who that? Your mom. I know, she good people. What's your mother name? All right, just want to make sure we say it out loud. What you got? I know you shaking. You like, yeah, I'll do something about it. What we got? Your mom, what's her name? Who else? What's her name? Who else? Come on. Give me a name. Good. Look, I'm firm on speaking things into the air, right? And identifying like that person loves me like that, right? I can't fail. I gotta succeed. I can't do the minimum. I gotta do the maximum. I gotta get everything I got, right? No opportunity wasted. So let's go number 2, right? The people who are dependent on you to be there. My mother had an 11th grade education, right? I was going to college for both of us. We both had the experience. I was sending her home her own Western New England college shirt, right? My mother sent a grown man to school at 34, 35 years old to college. Ain't even have her GED. And then sent both my brothers to school too, before she got her GED when she was 44, right? She was vicariously living through me, and I knew that, right? So I knew, guess what? I got work to do. I'm gonna guarantee you that if you're gonna be a leader, and as young men in this room, don't ask for a lighter load, ask for a stronger back, right? Don't ask for it to be easier. And know that you got it. You can do it, right? And their success is linked to your success. So like I said, I'm doing too much talking, so we're gonna bring it back to you, right? In 2023, right, we ended the year strong, right? But this year, so far, what has been your theme? What has been your motto for the year? For me, I just give you what my mom gave me. She always told me, no matter how hard it was, right? Tough times don't last, tough people do. What's your motto? What's your theme? Talk to me. Let me get a couple voices. Come on. Yep. Say it again.
Last one, best one.
Yeah, last one, best one. I like it. Who else? Let me get 2 more. Say it again. Rest at the end, not the middle. Oh, you on your Kobe, okay. Yeah.
Effort.
Effort.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
What you gonna say?
What up? Well, let me give you a quick story, right? Who knows Kobe Bryant? All right, cool. What were the 2 numbers Kobe wore?
8.
Talk to me, right? Because when he was Froby, right, he had the 8 on. But he won some championships with Shaq, right? So he won 3. Then all of a sudden, he thought he could do it himself, right? He was just like, look, I'm gonna try to do myself, but I can't, right? I'm struggling. So for a couple years, they at the bottom of the barrel, the Lakers suck. But here's my thing. All of a sudden, he changed his number at 1 year to 24. And when I go by themes, mottos, right? When you get to listen to Kobe, he talks about in the Muse, the documentary, when you look at like his books, right? The Mamba mentality. He said, I changed it from 8 to 24 because I knew it was going to take more work. If I'm only given 8 hours a day, if I'm only applying myself 8 hours a week, if I'm only given part of the work, I'm not giving the full thing. One of my favorite Kobe quotes says, you asked for my hustle, but I gave you my heart because it comes with so much more. So when he cut his hair and put on the 24, he knew, right? It was going to first take 24 hours. It was going to take all day. It was going to take everything I had, right? So I want you to repeat that. You say, it's WIT. Whatever it takes. Right? You had to ask yourself a question. Do you want it easy? Do you want it great? Do you want it easy? Do you want it great?
Great.
Do you want it easy? Do you want it great?
Great.
So if you want it great, right? Look inside and go, hey, what am I applying that passion, that hunger, that drive? Am I applying myself? And what is my model? What am I going to take on, right? Because I can already tell you, I already know what I got for 2024, right? It was like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh, got it, wrote it down, got it. I was watching 300, right? The movie 300, and I was like, I will not surrender, I will not quit, right? On that dream I had. Like I got like this big dream that like I wrote down for myself that like, I will not surrender, I will not quit, no matter how hard it gets, right? I already know what I'm doing. I want you thinking about the same thing. And I'm gonna be conscious about this, right? If you know your why, you can overcome any how. Talk to me.
I'm about to say a motto, like the whole summer we're going through. I can't say it?
Please. But you got to right what my man said, say it with your chest.
Basically, like, it's like, Lord, depths of hell will come back, right?
Mm-hmm. Give me more.
Can I explain it?
Yes, please.
So basically this summer, like whole summer, I told my ACL, right? I was done. Laying in the bed, like hopeless for the season, right? I wanted to play football, right? Couldn't. I was like crying in my bed, right? But I was like, all right, I gotta do something, right? So I started walking every day.
Mm.
Like we should come play football, right? He said 6 months. I was devastated.
Yeah,
So I just wanted to do something, right?
yeah,
I mean, that's what I say, like, it hurt, but
yeah.
I mean, not to do something now.
Yeah, so we go back to some of the stuff that we said, right? Greatness is not perfection, it's persistence, right? And then saying your motto and living are two different things, you feel me? So, to your point, right? Let me add on to that story. When I say you're right, your why can overcome anyhow. When I was in 10th grade, because I was a lock and key kid, right? So I'll come home and I had my two younger brothers, so I used to babysit them after school. So I couldn't play sports until I was in 10th grade. And when I went to go try out for the team, I was overweight. I was about 6 foot, wasn't as tall as I am now, and I went to try out for the team and I got cut on the 3rd day. Now mind you, I'm like still a little bit of a knucklehead, so I'm down there, I got cut from the team. I'm like, how you gonna cut me? I'm better than half them dudes, and right? So I'm talking crazy. And then for the beginning of the season, I'm going to the games, and I'm at the top of the bench, at the bleachers, and I'm hating on them, right? Oh man, I should be out there, that's why they losing. And then I heard somebody who I know is trash in basketball. He's like, yeah, you're right, I should be out there too. And I'm like, wait a minute. This dude like, he trash, like, like shoot the ball, hit the backboard trash. So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not running with eagles, I'm flying with pigeons. And I want to be what the Eagles are. So to your point, I went back to the basics and just said, yo, do I want it easy or do I want it great? And if I wanted it great, I had to do the work. So I started getting at 5 in the morning and training. Right? After school, when everybody right before buses, everybody chilling, hanging out after school, I was in the weight room. All summer, what I knew was, I was like, yo, these two dudes, they the two dudes, right? I still know them, Tom and Josh. I still know the dudes. They're the ones that I knew that got the spot ahead of me. Coach believed in them. And I told myself, you know what? This summer, we're both starting with a bank account at 0. And I'm gonna put more money in my bank account and effort. When you wanna go hang out with your girlfriend, right? I'm gonna be shooting till the lights go off. When you wanna sleep in and it's real warm, I'm gonna be up at 5 in the morning working out. And what I found out was that as I started doing it, I got a lot better. And I dropped 50 pounds. So like, I dropped some weight, and then God was good, and I grew like 4 inches. So when I came back out for the team, the first 2 days, I'm battling with these kids, right? But here's the thing. Trials was 3 days. All I wanted was to get to day 3. If I got to day 3, why do you think I only wanted to get to day 3? Why would you think that was so important? Because I got cut, right? But what else? What is it about day 3?
Scribble. That like if you got to there, like you knew you actually improved.
Yes. What you got here?
That's what competition is. So you get to test how much better you go.
Come on. We talking. Look, I'm about to get hyped. But what I'm gonna tell you is this, right? All is correct. But the main thing for me was if I get to day 3, it's not about skills, it's about will. Because I mean, I got 2.5 hours, right, to give everything I got, which I know he won't get. Like I know he won't get, right? So every rebound, I got it, right? Every time we were playing, I was up in his face, right? No, I'm not, look, I wanted all the smoke, right? Every loose ball, I was diving. Every sprint, I was running all the way through, hitting the max. And it was will versus skill. Now I'm at the advantage, because you don't want this more than I do, right? I'll run through the wall, right? That's that passion, hunger, drive, right? So my thing is that I had a why that overcame any barrier I had. And at the end of the day, the coach called me down and he was like, you made it impossible for me to say no. Now, you made it impossible for me to pick somebody else. And then I translated that to the classroom, right? Every homework assignment, I can control that. Every time, like, I could show up and be prepared. I could take notes. I could, right? Like, that's what the leader does. All right? I could lead people and make people better around me. I started doing that. So Howard Thurman, right, one of my favorite theologians, he says, don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive, then go do that. Because what the world needs is more people that come alive. So when I use the word passion, that's what I mean. Coming alive, right? What is it that makes you come alive? What do you want to do, right, that wakes you up in the morning, that gets you going, right, that you get excited about? Right? And if you do that, how could you serve the people better in your life? I promise, right? You don't got to, you get to. You don't got to, you get to. So before I close, I got 2 more slides left. I gotta make sure the people in the back know, because they're gonna be like, yo, you're taking too long. So, do hard things, right? Say it with me, say do hard things. Do hard things. But sometimes we have to say that, right? As a man, you have to do hard things. Things are hard, right? But when you look at this, right? Tell me, what's the story here when you see this picture? What's the story?
One person,
One's working, one's not.
one person gave up, and
Good.
one's still going.
Now tell me, what's he telling himself in his head? Like what's he saying right now? Like, what's he thinking?
He's never gonna get there. I can't do this.
He's gonna get there, right? Good. How do you think he started, though? Driven. Had dreams. He was ready. Kind of like the dude at the top. So now, when you see this, ask yourself, how many times have you given up on something, not knowing that maybe your diamond's on the other end of it? He got 2, 3 more swings. And everything, right? He just had to hold on. He had to persevere. He had to understand to do hard things. We see my man right here, though. See, when I go there, right, I'm already, right, I call it gush, right? He's going to grind until something happens. Like, I'm not quitting until I win. I'm fully committed, both feet in. He's saying, look, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm getting my diamonds. It might take me 5 days, 5 months, or 5 years. I'm getting my diamonds, right? And can't nobody stop me. And guess what? That's an everyday thing that you have to do. But if you do that, right, the tail is, you miss, right? If you quit, the one thing that we can guarantee is that you'll never have your diamonds. You'll never have your goals, your dreams, right? And here's the worst part. If you quit, then that why you started off with was a lie. That why was a lie. So with this, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. This is a picture of me and my family, right? My son Mason, he's 3. My daughter Nia, she's 6. My daughter Naomi, she's 9. My phenomenal wife Rosalind. I show you this picture because I say this, right? In your family, if you were replaced today, how easily could they replace you? What legacy are you leaving right now? Like right now, you, right? Everyone keeps telling you you're the future. What legacy are you leaving right now? Right? As young men. In your school, on your team, in your family, in your relationships. Like, what legacy are you leaving? Can someone come in and just fill that spot, fill that void? Will people not miss you? Right? Are you not making your mark? Or are you making your mark? Right? Or is it going to be, because I can tell you this, right? I love my family so hard. Now look, I love my wife, right? The kids, they got sick with me. I'm their daddy regardless. But my wife, if she decides to leave me, she's going to find it real hard to find somebody that loves her as much as I love her. That consistently is thinking about how I can be a better husband. When I think about my mother and I was your age, right? Anything and everything I could do for my mother, I was doing. Right? So I don't got to take out the garbage. I don't got to clean up my room. I do it because, right, it makes her happy. I don't got, right? You don't got to, you get to. So what legacy are you leaving? What legacy do you want to leave? I want you to process that, right? So when we think about landing the plane, and I want to finish up with y'all now, I gave y'all passion, hunger, and drive, right? Passion meaning, right, that thing at the core of you that you really want to do, that you really want to get to, right, that you're passionate about. Hopefully you're passionate about people, because one of the best things you can invest in is people. Hungry, you got to be hungry for it. You got to want it. You got to be starving for it. But drive is that you have to throw into action. Just knowing it ain't enough, right? Just knowing it ain't enough. So do me a favor, right? I'm actually going to stand up one more time. Stand up. Do me a favor. I'm going to put a fist in the air, right? You got to repeat after me. You got to say, my passion.
My passion.
See, I like that. Now we warming up, right? Because what I want you to do is, right, I want you up here, everybody up at the security desk, I want them to hear us. My passion.
My passion.
My hunger.
My hunger.
My drive.
My drive.
I am powerful.
I am powerful.
I am fearless.
I am fearless.
I'm unstoppable.
I'm I'm king.
You will see me.
You will see me.
I'm king.
I'm king.
I'm king.
I'm king.
I love y'all. Peace.
Listen, if that's the best you can applaud for that message, I'm afraid. Give him a I'm motivated, but I want to do something impressive. Mr. Malik, we thank you. We thank you for the message. We thank you. So now, as you see, this is a safe place. As you see, we want you to expand your mind. As you see, people care about you. Do me a favor from here on out until tomorrow. When you go into your breakout sessions and you come back, when I want and you want to speak up loud, right? Speak up loudly, just like when you just chanted. I heard all of y'all. It was powerful. I think they did hear it upstairs. But when you're speaking and you're learning, have that same compassion. Take it in. Everybody right now is engaged. Everybody right now is feeling. This is what we want you to feel, young men. I'm sorry, young kings, right? He gave you that message, young kings, right? So we want you to feel that, young kings, and take it with you for today and tomorrow and for what? For the rest of your life.